complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Check. Red 70 black saw. Red 70 black saw.
They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Jones to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I know everyone's yelling, but you didn't get the first down. We need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. The Bulls will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Jones wants to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to pass. That's a fly. Touchdown, Bearcats. Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. Gets it past the marker. He's into the open down the middle. Inside the 30. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Rides the back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Jones to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead going around the inside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. The sure hands, it's Williams. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Black 14. Black 14.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's got it. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. RPO complete to open the drive. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down here for the offense. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
It'll be third and long. Wants to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Working that left side now. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll run it on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
he's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! And that one will give him the lead. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
The Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. A strike downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Cutting it get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Hard running there. He bullies his way. the way down to the 5-yard line.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Bulls line it up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. Job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jones to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Trying play action. Going over the top. He's got it for a big play. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions. He turned the page. He got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, Coach, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Louisiana. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Pocket breaking down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They got it at the 17.
And that's the danger of throwing the football from your own 2-yard line. You need to create some space to operate. You don't want to give up a safety, but man, you can't throw that ball, force the ball, not even way down the field to take a shot. Now you put your defense in a horrible position.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jones wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That keeps the score. Cincinnati, 21. South Florida, 13.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
Bringing the heat. Got his man on the right. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
USF.
And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. You want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience.